wait for 2 minutes only, then we'll start the session. Okay. Guys, please fill this Google form and then support to the management. Okay. So the Google form, it will be looking like this. So I'm going to open the Google form. Let's see here. So it will be looking like this. Okay. So like try to change the directory, Rahul. Change the directory. So what you are trying to installing the like VMware a virtual machine into like so by default directory I think you're using now. So maybe it having some bugs. You can change the directory to you can install. Okay. So directory means while you are trying to installing the like what we say while you are trying to creating the virtual machine at the time we used default directory. No? Directory means default folder in Windows. You can change the folder, then you can try to install. Okay. Installation location change. Change the installation location. Okay. So what type of error you are getting, Rahul? Okay. So this is a Google form, guys. So you need to fill this. So here, your name, your contact number, and mail ID. And if you belongs to DevOps, so you should choose this DevOps radio button. Okay. And then if you belongs to AWS, you can choose AWS and data science others. So others, so you should mention here your course name and then so upload your receipt here. So your receipt are your transaction details will have now. So just you can upload the transaction details into. So in this, so you can use this add file and then you can add, okay? So which one is not recommended to use this media? I didn't get you. Rahul, I'm unable to understand what you are trying to asking. So recommended media means, did you install the VMware Workstation yesterday? VMware Workstation Pro. So do you create like virtual machine? Virtual machine. While you are installing it at the time, you are getting the problem. Yes. So, so what type of error you are getting? Can you? So provide the error details. Okay. So let's start the session, guys. So let's start the session. So let's see, guys, here. So yesterday we did few commands. So now we'll create how to create the directories. That means folder we'll see. Okay. How to create the directories. So mkdir is a command to create a directories. Okay. Mkdir is a command to create a directory. So let's see here. making directory. mkdir. Okay, so you can use dollar or hash, whatever. So mkdir can provide the directory name. For example, dir1. You can give your own name also. There is no issues. dir2, dir3, dir4. So like this you can provide. Okay. So we'll create the empty directories. So called dir1, dir2, and dir3 and dir4 like this. Okay. Next, we'll have the one more syntax mkdir, mkdir. For example, L. So you can use capital respectively. Okay. So 1.4. Okay. So 1.4. So L1, L2, L3, L4 directories it will be created. Can use same syntax would be used for. So we use for touch command. So yesterday we used the syntax for touch command. So the same syntax you can use for mkdir also to create the directories. Okay. So let's do the practical session how to create the directories. So open the terminal, login, and try to switch to the desktop, CD desktop. I'm creating some directories here. So dir1, dir2, dir3, and dir4. See guys, check the list. Guys, remember one thing. So blue colors are directories and black colors are files. So actually, it's not a right way to find out the directories and files. We'll have few symbols. I will tell you tomorrow. Don't worry. So blue colors are files, blue colors are directories, and black colors are files. Okay. So if you have in the blue color, the file names, it's a directory dir1, dir2, dir3, and dir4. These all the directories. And this is also folder, guys. This is also directory. So if you have in the blue color, that means it's a directory. Clear? So it's if you're having the blue color, it's a directory. So now I'm trying to creating the one more directory. For example, L, open the curly brackets, dot 4, and then close the curly brackets. Then we'll get the L1, L2, L3, L4 directories. See here. If you observe, I was created some directories on top of the desktop. So dir1, dir2, dir3, dir4. So like this, directories I was created, and then L1, L2, L3, L4. Everything I was created on top of the desktop now. Okay. So now I need to create the parent and child directories, guys. Parent and child directories means I need to create parent and child directories. So let's see here, mkdir, making directory. And for example, D1 is a directory name. Inside the D1, so D2. Inside the D2, D3. Inside the D3, D4. But you should use one option called -p. -p means parent. So D1 is a parent directory. So inside the D1 will have the D2 directory. It's a child directory. So inside the D2 will have the D3, and inside the D3 will have the D4. So directories inside the directory. So for example, this is one directory. So assume this is one folder. Inside this folder, inside this directory, I'm trying to creating the one more directory. Okay. So parent and child directories. Again, I'm trying to creating the one more directory inside this directory. So again, I'm trying to creating the one more directory inside this directory. So clear? So I hope you're clear. So this is a D1 and it's a D2 and it's D3 and this D4. So like this we need to create, okay? So we should use this option mkdir-p means parent. So D1 inside the D1, so we should separate it with the help of /. That means we are creating D2 inside the D1. And we are creating D3 inside the D2. So we are creating D4 inside the D3. So D4 doesn't have anything. Okay. So let's see here. We'll do practically. mkdir. So D1. Okay. mkdir. So D1. So D1 inside the D1 D2, D2 inside the D2 D3, inside the D3 D4. So why we got error, guys? I didn't provide the -p option here. I didn't provide -p option here. Then hit enter. See, D1 directory got created. If you observe, see here, the D1 directory got created. Okay. So minimize this terminal. So minimize this terminal. See, D1 directory got created. If you open this D1, we'll have the D2. If you open this D2, we'll have the D3. If you open the D3, we'll have the D4. And if you open the D4, doesn't have anything. So D1, D4 having into the D3, and D3 having into the D2, and D2 having into the D1, and then D1 that is on top of the desktop. Clear? So I hope you're clear. So if you having the graphical mode, easily we can able to find out like this. It's not a big deal. So if you doesn't have the graphical mode, how we need to find out the directory structure? Simple. ls hyphen capital R. Then provide the directory name called D1. So let's see guys here. D1 having D2 and D1 D2 having D3, D1 D2 D3 having D4, and D1 D2 D3 D4 having nothing. So apart from this, we have the one more command called tree. Actually, it's a DOS command. So by default, it is not going to work into our operating system. In RHEL 7.0, by default, it doesn't have the tree command. What it's saying, bash tree command not found. But we can install, guys. In 8.0, by default, we'll have this tree command, but in 7.0, we doesn't have. So we can install. So don't bother about the installation. I will tell you later. Okay. I'm trying to installing the tree command. Okay. So where we need to get the removable media? Inside the run media itself on, rpm hyphen ivh tree. So I'm installing this tree command. So don't worry, the installation part we'll see later. Now I exit from the root user and back to the student and then execute the tree command here. Okay, see, it will show you tree structure. So D1 having D2, D1 having D2, D2 having D3, D3 having D4. So tree command, it will provide the tree structure. Don't bother about the installation, guys. Okay, I have the one concept called package management at the time I will tell you. Okay, so I hope you're clear. So now I'm trying to creating the one directory here. So let's see here. I'm trying to creating one directory. So one directory tree structure I'm creating. Okay. The directory name is NIT. So narration information technology is a directory name. And this NIT directory contain few directories. So let's see here. One is Linux. Okay. So this is Linux directory. Okay. And another one is Windows. And I'm trying to creating the one more directory called Windows. Okay. So Windows and one more directory called Arcal. Okay. One more directory called Arcal. So Arcal. So directory I just created. Okay. So this is a parent directory, guys. NIT is a parent directory. NIT contains three more directories here: Linux, Windows, and Arcal. Again, Linux contains two more directories. Okay. So one is RSCA. One is RSCA. Another one is RSC. Okay. RSCA, RSC. Red Hat Certified System Administrator and Red Hat Certified System Engineer. And then Windows having two more directories again. So MCSA and then MCSC. Okay. MCSA and MCSC. So MCSC. Okay. Arcal contain two more directories, SQL and then PLC. Okay. SQL and PL SQL. So SQL and then one more directory called PLC. Okay. So PLSQL. So like this directory structure I need to create, guys. So NIT having three directories. One is Linux, Windows, and Oracle. And then again Linux having two more directories. So grandchild directories you can say. So RSCSA and RSCE. And Windows contain two more directories, MCSA and MCSC. And Oracle contain two more directories, SQL and PLSQL. Clear? So I hope you're clear, guys. So we need to create like this directory structure. Can we able to create with the help of one command? It is possible. Yes, guys. Can we able to create the directories like the structure with the help of one command? It is possible, guys. Yes, it is possible. So how to create? So let's see now. So it's very simple. Okay, guys. Management they're saying. So some people they didn't fill the form. Please try to support the management and fill the form, guys. Okay. Yeah. So let's see here. I'm creating directory mkdir hyphen p is a option. It's mandatory while you're trying to creating the parent and child directories. Okay. mkdir hyphen p is an option, and I'm creating NIT directory. Okay, inside the NIT. So we should use, please concentrate, guys. So we should use forward slash. Okay. So we need to use forward slash NIT forward slash, and then so I need to create the directory inside the NIT called Linux. Open the flower brackets. Okay. Open the flower brackets. Linux is a directory inside the Linux. Okay. NIT inside the NIT Linux. Inside this Linux, we need to create two more directories called RSCS and RSCE. Forward slash, open the flower brackets, then RHCSA, comma, RHCE, and close the flower brackets. So this part it got completed. Okay, this part it got completed, guys. Now I need to create one more directory inside the NIT. So because of that reason, I open this flower brackets. That means it's inside the NIT itself only. So parent directory, this parent directory Windows. Windows. And then we need to close. Okay, so we need to close main flower brackets. That's it. And automatically this directory structure will create. So can we do practically, guys? So we'll do the practical session now. So let's see here. mkdir. So I'm going to maximize this because it's a bit lengthy command. Hyphen p NIT. Inside the NIT we'll have the Linux. Inside the Linux RSCSA will have, comma, RSC will have, comma, Windows. Inside the Windows will have MCSA, comma, MCSC. Close the brackets. Then Oracle. Inside the Oracle we need to provide SQL and then PLSQL. Close the brackets. And then so we need to close this main flower brackets. Okay, so close this main flower brackets. Okay, then hit enter. See here the directory got created successfully called NIT. So let's check the tree structure. So guys, if you want, you can go, and then if you're having the graphical mode, I was created this directory on top of the desktop. So if you want, you can see the directory got created on top of the desktop. If I open this NIT directory, we'll have the three directories here: Linux, Oracle, and then Windows. If I open the Linux, two directories will have. If you open the Linux, two directories will have. And then if I open the Arcle, so two more directories, SQL and PLSQL will have. If I open this Windows directory, I will have the MCS and MCS. Clear guys? So if it doesn't have the graphical mode, how we need to know this? How we need to know the details? ls hyphen capital R, then provide the directory name called NIT, then hit enter. See, NIT having 3 directories, and NIT Linux having 2 directories, and NIT Arcle having 2 more directories, NIT Windows having 2 more directories here. Okay. Otherwise, if you want to give you tree command also, okay, to know the tree structure. So tree NIT, then hit enter. Got it, guys? So I hope you're clear. It's one course name, guys. That's it. RSCSA means it's a one course name. Just I'm trying to creating the directory. I was taken example names. If you want, you can give your own name also. There is no issues. Okay. Muhammad Irfan. So clear how to create the directories with the help of mkdir. So I hope you're clear, guys. So do you have any doubts, any questions? Yes, please. How to create the directories with the help of mkdir. You can create so individual directory like one directory. If you want, you can create the multiple directories at a time. If you want, you can create a parent and child directories also. How to clear directories? Clear means delete. You're asking about deletion. Okay, so good. So let's see here. So don't bother about the permission and these all Sachin. I will teach to you peoples, don't worry. We'll have the concept called permissions at the time. So at present doesn't require. So first of all, try to learn how to create the directories, okay? Okay, no issues, Irfan. So let's see guys here. So if you want to can make a note. So history, I think from here you need it. Okay. So correct guys. So but in your laptop, in your mission, so tree command won't work. Please try to use ls-capital R. So we need, excuse me guys, we need to install the tree command, then only it will work in 7.0. But if you're having the 8.0, by default tree command it will work. So no need to install, okay? Right, good. So how to change the directory? How to change the directory? How to switch the directory from one directory to another directory? For example, so if you're having the graphical mode, it's not a big deal. Directly you can double click on top of the directory and then you'll get this directory, okay? So, but if you doesn't have the graphical mode, I need to switch the directory from command line interface mode. So how we should do? We have the command called cd, change directory. Cd is a command, change directory. So I need to go to the NIT. So cd and directory name. So check the PWD guys. Where are you now? Home, student. So inside the student, we'll have the one directory called desktop. So on top of the desktop, we'll have the one directory called NIT. Inside the NIT, so check the list. We'll have Arcle, Windows, and Linux. 3 directories we'll have here. So now my intention is I need to go to the Linux directory. I need to enter into the Linux. I need to switch to the Linux. CD Linux. Then hit enter. Then check the PWD. So PWD, what it will do? Yes, guys, PWD, what it will do? It will print the absolute path. It will print the current working directory. Yes. So now, where are you now? Home, student, desktop. On top of the desktop, we'll have the NIT. So inside the NIT, we'll have the Linux. Inside the NIT, we'll have the Linux. Okay. So there's a total path. So inside the Linux, how many directories we'll have? We should execute ls-l command. So 2 more directories we'll have inside the Linux. I need to go to the RSCSA. CD RHCSA. then hit enter. Then check the PWD. Home, student, desktop, NIT. Inside the NIT, we'll have the Linux. Inside the Linux, we'll have the RSCSA. And then we doesn't have anything inside the RSCSA directory. That means folder. Okay. So we doesn't have anything inside the RSCSA folder. Clear? So like this, you can change the directories from one directory to the another directory using CD command. Now my intention is I need to go back from RSCSA to Linux. CD space dot dot, then hit enter. So check the PWD guys. See, before we are into home, student, desktop, NIT, and inside the NIT we'll have the Linux. Inside the Linux we'll have the RSCSA. I'm going back from RSCSA to Linux. So how we need to go back? One step, CD dot dot, from one directory to the, so like I'm going back to Linux now. So CD dot dot we should use. I need to go back 2 steps. So I'm into Linux now. I need to go back to the desktop directory. CD dot dot slash dot dot, then hit enter. So we are into desktop now. I need to go to the home directory of the current user. CD or CD tilde, both are same. I'm logging as a student user. The student user home directory, the student user home directory is home student. Clear? Student user home directory is home student. Clear? So I hope you got it, guys. CD tilde and CD tilde or CD, both are same. If you want to can use CD also, there's no issues. So both are same. So we are back to the home directory of the current user. Guys, if you know the absolute path, so if you know the perfect location, so directly you can switch from one location to that particular location directly. So no need to use like CD command frequently. So directly you can use CD command. I need to go to the RSCSA. Okay. The RSCSA where it got located inside the Linux. Okay. The Linux where it got located inside the NIT. So the NIT where it got located on top of the desktop. The desktop where it got located inside the home directory of the current user. Okay. So CD desktop, then NIT, then Linux. Inside the Linux we'll have the RSCSA. So that's it. Hit enter. So let's check the PWD. You can switch like this. So you need to switch from current location to home directory directly. CD, then hit enter, then check the PWD. Check the PWD. Got it, guys? It's very simple. Okay, check the PWD. Then I need to go back. CD, tilde and CD both are same. Tilde represent home directory of the current user. Yes. So if you want, you can give tilde, otherwise you can directly give CD also. So it will switch to the home directory of the current user. CD dot dot slash dot dot slash dot dot you can give 2 times. Okay. So 3 directories it is going to switch back. Okay. So CD dot dot one more time you need. Okay. So let's see here. CD dot dot, only one step back. RSCSA to Linux. I need to go from Linux to desktop. So 2 directories back. Dot dot forward slash dot dot. Reverse slash dot dot and then hit enter. Got it? Sachin. So I hope you clear, guys. So CD command. Can we do copy command? So copy. CP. How to copy the file? We'll see now. Okay. So it's very simple. The possibilities of the copies we'll see now. Okay. The possibilities of the copy. Can we copy file to file, guys? For example, I have the one file called file1. The file1 having the data called hello. Hello is the data we'll have inside the file1. Here, hello is the data we'll have into file1. Then I'm trying to copy from file1 to file2. Both, excuse me, guys. Okay, so both the files having the content, guys. File2 also having the data called hi. Okay, so now I'm trying to copy this file1 to file2, both the files are existing files. What will happen? While I'm trying to copying the file1 to file2, the file1, it is going to overwrite the file2 and we are going to lose the data for file2 and then we'll get the file1 data inside the file2. It is going to overwrite because both are existing files. While you are trying to copying the file to file, please be careful. So if it is existing file, then you are going to lose your data. You're going to lose your previous content. We will get the like file1 content into the file2 now. Clear? So if you're providing the new name, for example, I'm trying to providing the one more name called new one. Okay? The new one file it will create automatically. Inside the new one will have the hello. Okay? So I hope you got it, guys. If it is existing file, it will override the data. If you're providing the new name, so it will create and it will copy the data from file1 to new one file. So I hope you're clear, guys. Can we copy file to directory? Yes. Can we able to copy the file to directories? Can I able to keep the files into the directories? Always we can able to copy the files into the directories. So file1, I'm trying to copying this file1 into the dir1. We can. So can you able to keep the files into the folders, guys? It is possible, no? Always it's possible. I can able to keep my files. Maybe I have the MP3 songs files, I have the video songs files. I can able to keep this all the files into the folder. So like the same way, there's a file1. I can able to copy this file1 into the dir1. That means directory. So directory means folder here. Okay. So here we need to call directory. In Windows we should call folder. Okay. Can we copy directory to the directory? Yes, guys. I'm trying to copying the dir1 dir2. It is possible. Can I able to keep the folder into the folder? Yes. We can able to keep the folders into the folders, guys. So I'm trying to creating one folder called movies. So we can able to like create the multiple folders, maybe English movies, Telugu movies, Hindi movies like this. I'm going to keep the English movies into the English folder and then Telugu movies into the Telugu folder and then Hindi movies into the Hindi folder. I can able to keep the folders into the folders. So that means we can able to copy the directories into the directories. It is possible. So we can able to copy the directory into the directory. Okay. Can we able to copy the directory to the file, guys? For example, I have the dir1 and then I have the file1. Can we able to copy this? It is possible. Yes, guys. So no. Why? Can we able to copy the directory to the file? So it's not possible. Why? We are unable to copy the directory. We are unable to keep the directory folder into the file. Simple, guys. Files, assume this, files are books. Okay. So directories are bags. Okay. Books, files are books. And directory means bag. Okay. I can able to keep the books into the bag, but I'm unable to keep the bags into the books. Simple. Clear? The same logic we are using in computers also. So it's like new thing. It's not a new thing. The same logic. I can able to keep my books into the. I can able to keep my books into bag, but I'm unable to keep the bag into the book. It is possible. Okay. So I hope you're clear. So it's not possible. I am unable to copy the directories into the file. I'm unable to copy the directories into the file. Okay. The possibilities of the copy command is I can able to copy file to file, but if it is existing file, it will override. If it is new file name, it will create and automatically it will copy the content of the file. And we can able to copy the file to directory. We can copy the directory to the directory. So we'll do practically now. Okay. Galaxy A9 2018. Why guys still you are login? So now the time is 6:50. If you log in now, how you are going to get Again, you people will ask, sir, I'm unable to log in, so I am very late today. So late means 15 minutes late. Okay, it's acceptable. So 50 minutes late in the sense. Tell me, guys. 15 minutes late. Okay, it's acceptable. So today also we start very late, 6:15 like this. I will start the class because we have a few people at the time because of that reason. Guys, please to log in. Please try to log in within a time. Okay. Some people still log in. Hmm? Okay, right. Okay, some people they're feeling bored. I think while I'm trying to teaching at the time. So, guys, you are feeling bored? Tell me, guys. दूसरा कुछ तो भी बात करेंगे. No? Good. Very good. Very good, Philip. Yeah. So let's see here. So we'll do the practical session. So how to copy the files, how to copy the directories and everything now. Okay. So let's see here. We'll have few files and directories on top of the desktop. So let's check the content of the file one. So how to check the content of the file one? Cat file one. That's it. And we'll have the hello and how. Both the words we'll have into the file one. So now let's check the content of the file two. We'll have the content called hi, and this is a Linux class. Yes? Guys. Okay. So cat file one, and then yeah, thank you. Some people they send one message, it's awesome, practice or awesome. Simple. Okay, fun, thank you. Okay. So please concentrate you. Okay. So let's see here. Cat file one, hello, how, and cat file two, hi, and this is a Linux class we'll have. So we'll have two different files, and we'll have the two different some different content into the different files. So now we'll see how to copy. CP is a command, guys. CP means copy. CP and then source file name. So file one is a source file, and then file two is a destination file. So I'm trying to copy the file one to file two. Okay, I'm trying to copy from file one to file two, then hit enter. So now let's check the content of the file two now. See. So before file two having hi, and this is a Linux class. Now I copy file one to file two. So the content of the file one is copying into the file two, it got override, and we lose the previous data, and then we have the file one data into the file two. So I hope you got it, guys. Okay. So let's see here how to copy the file into the new file. Okay. So file one, I'm providing the file name called new one. The new one file automatically it will create. See here. The new one file it got created before. It doesn't have this new one file. It got created now. Okay. So let's check the content of the file. So cat new one and see here. Hello how. Hello how. So both will have. So automatically new one it got created. One more file it got created, and then this file having the content of file one. Clear? So can we be able to copy directly to the file? Sorry, file to directly? Yes, we can copy directly file to directly. Okay. So let's see here. Copy file one to dir one. So how to verify, guys? How we need to verify whether dir one having the file one or not? cd dir one, then check the list. Yes, dir1 having the file one now. So dir1 having file one. Clear, guys? So I hope you're clear. So how to copy the file to directory? So directory means folder. I need to verify the folder content. We should enter into the folder. Then only we can able to verify. So what I did, so I switched to the dir1 using cd command, and then I execute ls-l command. Then it will list out the directory content. We'll have the file one inside the dir1 now. Okay, I'm going back to the desktop. Cd dot. I'm back to the desktop again. So can we able to copy directly to the directory? Yes, we can able to copy. So dir1 to dir2, both are directories. What happened? CP omitting directory dir1. So I'm unable to copy dir1 to dir2 because it's a directory. We should use few options to copy the directory to the directory. CP cap hyphen R. R means recursively, guys. R means recursively. What we have the content into the dir1, each and every content I need to copy into the destination directory called dir2. So R is a mandatory, guys. R option is a mandatory, and then VF is optional. A V and F. V for verbose. V R B O S C. Okay, so R recursively, V verbose, F forcefully. F forcefully. Clear? So R is a mandatory, V and F is optional. So V, what it will do in the sense, it will print the messages from where to where copied, and like this messages will print. Sometimes while you are trying to copying the directory to the directory, so if you're having any problem, if you're having any issue, forcefully we need to copy, in the sense we should use F option to copy the directory to the directory forcefully. Okay, so let's see here. So dir1 to dir2, then hit enter. dir1 to, so dir2 hit enter, and then we copy dir1 to dir2, and then dir1 having file1, this dir1 file1 also, it is copying into the dir2. It will print the warning messages if I provide the B. F forcefully, but you should give R. So without R you are unable to copy. So V and F is optional. If you want, you can provide that, otherwise you can leave it, there is no issues. Clear? So I hope you got it, guys. So I hope you got it. So there's a way you can copy the directory to the directory. So using RVF option. So RVF option, V and F is optional. R is a mandatory to copy the directory to the directory. Without R option, you are unable to copy the directory to the directory. So clear? So I hope you're clear, guys. Copy command scenarios. So we'll do move command. MV. Copy, move. So now cut paste. So we did copy paste now. R recursively. Chiranjeevi. So R full form recursively. V verbose. F forcefully. R recursively means what we have the content inside the directory. Each and every content we recursively we are trying to copying into the another directory. V, it will print the messages, warning messages from where to where we copied, and like this messages it is going to print. F forcefully. So sometimes when you are trying to copying the like data from one directory to the another directory, so if you get some errors, so forcefully you need to copy, in the sense you can use F. R is a mandatory, okay. VF is optional. Yeah, we'll get the full details using man command. Don't worry, okay. So don't worry. So I didn't teach any man command till, so I will teach you. Don't worry. We'll have the one chapter called man command. At the time I will teach it. See the creation date. So while you are trying to copying file 1 to file 2, so what will happen? Let's see. So if you want, you can check the details. See the date automatically it will change now. Actually, the file 1 I was created on February like 1st. Then today date. Yes, guys. Today date 4th of February. No? Yes. So it is today date, guys. 4th only, no? Yes, 4th only. So I hope you're clear. So let's see. I'm trying to moving. I'm trying to moving the file to file. That means we did now copy paste and we are doing cut paste. Some commands it will work into the Git and GitHub also, because Git and GitHub having bash terminal, na? So bash environment, because of that reason. Okay. So it's not that much of tough, guys. Git and GitHub. So we need to create one account and we need to access this, get into our CLI mode. So you can, if you're having the Windows environment, we should download the Git and then we need to install and then we'll get the one terminal related to Git. That's it. Huh? So I doesn't have that much of idea. So I know a few things related to Git and Visual. So I doesn't do that much of, I doesn't have that much of strong knowledge in Git and GitHub. Okay. So let's see here. So now move MV command. So MV command, so cut, paste, cut, paste. Okay. So now we did CP command, copy, paste, and then we'll do cut, paste. Okay. So now can we able to move the file 1 to file 2? Yes. Same scenario. File 1 having hello. File 1 having hello. Okay. Then I'm trying to copying this. I'm moving this. I'm not copying. I'm moving this. Okay. File 2. Maybe file 2 having hi. So now what will happen, guys? What will happen now? MV command, it will rename the file. Okay. So let's see here. This is a file name, file 1, and this file 1 having hello as a content, and we'll have one more file called file 2. The both are existing files. Okay. The file 2 also having the content called hi. Now while you try to moving from file 1 to file 2, what will happen in a sense? It will rename the file 1. It will rename the file 1 as a file 2. File 2 having the content called hello. That means the file is going to rename. We'll have the only one file. We are going to lose file 1. We'll have the file 2, but the file 2 having the file 1 content. Clear? Then if you're providing the new name, if you're providing new name, it's very simple. New name, for example, new 2 is a file name. Automatically, this file 2 now, it will become new 2. But the new 2 having content called hello. That means simple, guys. It will rename the file. If you want, you can rename the folders also, directories also using MV command. Okay. Next. So I'm trying to moving to file 1 to DRV. It doesn't have the file 1. If you're renaming this, so simply I'm, for example, I'm taking like file 1. So you can give any name. Okay. You can create the file with the help of any name. And file 1 permanently I'm removing from the desktop. I'm trying to pasting into dir1. Cut, paste. Here, copy, paste. We'll have the file 1 on top of the desktop as well into dir1 also. But here in this case, we doesn't have the file 1 on top of the desktop. Okay. So we are removing the file 1 from the desktop. We are removing file 1 from the desktop and copying into the dir1. Copying into the dir1. Clear? Next. So dir1 to dir2 example. We can. So permanently I'm removing dir1 from the desktop. I'm copying into the dir2. Clear? Can we do practical? Yes. We'll do practical session. So let's see here. So check the list. I'll do one thing. I'm going to overwrite these files. So file 1. So hello. Okay, Control D. Then cat file 1. Sorry. Cat file 1. Okay, hello will have. Then cat greater than file 2. Writing hi inside the file 2. Okay, Control D. Check, we'll have the file 1. See guys, I override this file 1, the date it got changed. Got it? So now I'm trying to moving file 1 having the content called hi, and then file 2 having the content called hello. File 1 having the content called hello, and then file 2 having the content called hi. Then MV is a command. I'm trying to moving the file 1 to file 2. So let's see. We doesn't have the file 1. It got renamed as a file 2. Then cat file 2. File 2 before will have hi. Now it became hello now because we lose the file 2. We rename the file. Sorry, we lose the file 1. We rename the file 1 as a file 2 now. Okay. So now mv file 2 and the new 2. It doesn't have file 2 now. The file 2 will become new 2. Now let's check the content of the new 2. Got it? So I hope you're clear, guys. Okay. So like this, you can move the files. Like you can rename the files. If you want, you can rename the directories also. There is no issues. Okay. We need to provide the directories also. Okay. So let's see here. So mv, I'm trying to copying the file 3 to dir. I'll do one thing. mv, I'll copy new 1 into dir. That means I'm moving. Now on top of the desktop, it doesn't have the new one. See, the new one it got removed from the desktop. So it's paste into where? So dir1. Go to dir1, check the list. We'll have the new one inside the dir. Permanently we remove from the desktop and we copied into so dir1 now. Okay. So cd dot dot. I'm back to the desktop again. So mv, I'm trying to moving the directory from dir1. I'm trying to moving into the dir2. Both are existing directories. So we should have the both existing directories. Then only we can able to move from one directory to the other directory. Okay. Then hit enter. What happened? Already we'll have the dir1, dir2. Okay. I'll do one thing. mv. So dir1 to dir4. So dir4 doesn't have any content. So let's check the rest. See. We doesn't have the dir1. The dir1 it got moved into the dir4 now. So let's verify. So dir4. So dir4. CD dir4. Check the list. See inside the dir4 we'll have the dir4. So clear guys. CD dot dot. I'm back to the desktop now. Okay. So Muhammad Irfan. So let's see here. So like this, I can cut and you can paste somewhere. I need to rename the directory. For example, guys, we should not provide the existing name. We need to provide the new name to rename the directory. For example, I'm renaming as a dir3 to demo. Demo it doesn't have. Now the dir3 will become demo. If you are providing the existing directory name as a destination, so it is going to move from. So instead of demo, if I'm providing the dir2 or dir4, this dir3 it will move to the dir2 or dir4. I was given new name called demo because of that reason it is renamed as a demo. So instead of dir3, we'll have the demo now. So I hope you're clear, guys. Okay. Next, how to delete the files? We'll see now. Okay, how to delete the files and directories? We'll see now. rm is a command to delete a file. Okay, to delete a text file, so you can delete any file with the help of rm command. rm, okay, then f1. See here, the f1 file it got deleted. We doesn't have this f1. Guys, we doesn't have this file into our operating system. Permanently it will delete. Okay, rm, then f3. Then f3 file it got deleted. See, I need to delete the file starting letter f. rm, then f star. So this is wildcard expression. Okay. So star means it's one expression. You can say it's a wildcard expression. It will consider any letter after f. Okay. Then hit enter. Then check the list. See here. Starting letter f files it will be deleted. Starting letter f files it got deleted now. So we doesn't have the starting letter f files. Okay. Now rm, I need to delete so k1 or k3 file. Okay, so k3 file you can delete. So like this you can delete the files using rm command. So how to delete the directory? how to delete the directory. Mkdir is a command, sorry, rmdir guys, okay, sorry, rmdir is a command to remove the directory. rmdir, I'm trying to providing the directory name called dir2. What happened? So rmdir failed to remove the dir2. dir no, directory not empty. Directory not empty. That means this directory having content, means it having some files and directories inside the dir2. We are unable to delete the content directory with the help of rmdir command. So the rmdir commands to delete the empty directories. So let's see here. rmdir. I'm trying to deleting the directory called demo. The demo is empty directory. It got deleted. See. So rmdir command. So we are going to delete the empty directories. So you are unable to delete the content directories with the help of rmdir command. Now how to delete these directories? So we'll have some content inside the directory. Each and everything I need to delete. So from my desktop. So how we should delete this? So you can use rm-rbf. Same. Recursively, verbose, forcefully. R is a mandatory. VF is optional. VF is a optional. Clear? So now you can provide the directory name called dir2, then hit enter. See, the dir2 directory got deleted. dir2 directory got deleted. Okay. So I hope you're clear, guys. So like this, I can delete. I need to delete each and everything on top of the desktop. It may be files, it may be directories. So whatever it may be, I need to delete each and everything from my desktop. So how to delete? rm-rf, then star. Star is a wildcard expression, then it enter. So I didn't provide the V because of that reason. It's not printing any warning messages. So it doesn't require any warning messages, guys. So the directories it got deleted. We doesn't have anything on top of the desktop. If you want, you can minimize this terminal and let's check here. It doesn't have any directories and files on top of the desktop. Okay. So I hope you're clear, guys. So do you have any doubts, any questions? Each and everything it got deleted. So using rm command. So we should provide the option called -r. R means recursively. So V verbose F forcefully star wildcard expression. So my class is enough, guys. Uh, for examples, if you try to executing, if you try to launching the EC2 Linux instance, and if you try to configuring the Ansible and these all stuff. So while you try to configure the Ansible and these all stuff, you should know the like servers also. But I think it's not that much of mandatory. So maybe your faculties who's teaching AWS and DevOps, they will teach you so how to install the services and these all. But I will show you how we need to install the packages, how we need to install the services. Okay, but I'm not going to teach you server and client concept. How we need to configure the servers. Okay, in this class because it's a basic Linux class. So, but definitely you are not going to feel it's basic. Okay. You're welcome. So differences between RM-RBF and RF. So RF recursively and forcefully, it won't print any warning message. If you provide the V, it will print the messages from where to where we deleted. From which location we deleted, it will totally it is going to print the one message. That's it. R is enough. So I think it's not possible, guys. I'm teaching multiple classes because I need to reset this machine. After resetting this machine, we are going to lose all the history commands. Okay, Kumar, clear. So if you require, then I'm going to keep into your chat box. You can copy in and you can paste into one file. Okay. So I'll keep the history, please. You can. Every day I'm keeping history, what I'm doing, the practicals. everything. I'm keeping into your chart box. Please, if you want, you can copy and you can paste into your file. Okay. So because I'm teaching multiple classes, so morning classes will have, morning sessions also will have. Because of that reason, I'm unable to keep this all the histories into the one file. Okay. I'm going to reset the mission. So every day, from where we need to copy, guys. So from here. Guys, I doesn't have any PDF files. Okay. So if you require the PDF and these all stuff, please communicate to the management. Okay. Guys, I doesn't have that much of time to copy this all the commands and then so to save it to the Google Drive and this all stuff. So I have few documents. I will share you to pupils, like not now. So related scripting, I'll share you. That's it. Okay. So clear? I hope you're clear, guys. It will switch three directories, Philip. Generally, if you're providing cd slash dot dot, then two directories it will skip. Then if you're providing cd dot dot slash dot dot slash dot dot, it will skip like three directories. Okay. Please make a note, guys. So while I'm trying to teaching at the time, please make a note because it's a live class. So if you require, then I will guide you and then you can make a note. Yeah, okay. So not now. I will provide you my mobile number. So at present, so I will give you after a few days. Okay. Yeah, welcome, Supian. So okay, guys. So tomorrow we'll see how to identify the files. Okay. So how to create symbolic links. How to identify the files. How to create the symbolic links. It doesn't have Windows 10 ISO, Redmi, Realme 6. Okay. Guys, please share the like RHL 7.0 link if you having into the chat box. So maybe some people they. So each and everything we'll do. First of all, we are into very basic. Okay, we are into in very basics. We should learn first of all basic command. Then we'll do how to create the lab and these all stuff. We'll have the networking concepts. It will take 3 to 4 days. At the time, I will tell you. Okay, guys. Already I was given the information to you people. So what type of stuff we are going to discuss chapter wise. Yes, I think in second class itself only I was given the information to you people. So don't worry how we need to set up the lab and these all. So first of all, try to install the VMware and then install the proper operating system. Then you can do the practical session. So don't bother about the so networking setups and these also. Definitely I will teach you while we are discussing the networking concepts at the time. Okay. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye. Take care.